let's talk about portion control. I got this question on Instagram around portion control, how to have it, and I need to address this because sometimes I get frustrated, and it's not meant personally towards the person that's asking the question, because every time I put out a Q&A on Instagram, I get frustrated, and it's never a personal thing. It's always around, oh my god, how are we still in this game as women, as a collective? And I just like get this fire to try to get a different perspective on things around weight loss and all of that stuff. So the fire is good because it makes things happen, and it creates something in me that, how do you say that? I create content that is, I think, necessary, because the questions I get, the reason I get frustrated is because this is something we should have left 10 years ago. But the fact that it's still here means that I still have work to do, and I need to fucking do it. So this is about portion control, and it's about how to have it. So someone asked me how to have portion control, and I went and I said, it's not about what is in the physical world, it's all in your mind. All in your mind. So it's not about the portion control in the world, you know, like the food on your plate. It's about why you want more, because that's why you're asking about portion control, because usually that means you want to eat more. It's never about you want to eat less, because then it's not portion control. So why do you want more, and why do you think it's not allowed? And I could answer these questions, or you could think like, well, duh, I want more because it tastes good, and it's not allowed because I want to lose weight. Well, then you're gonna always deal with those reoccurring things. You want more and it's not allowed. You want more, it's not allowed. You want more, it's not allowed. It's a never-ending game. It's never going to end. And that's how like frustrated I am about this, because I'm giving tools for the past 10 years to get rid of this. Okay. I'm gonna give you a perspective. If you really ask yourself, okay, why do you want more? Because I don't know what the portion should look like for you in your brain, you know? You could think like, ooh, I'm having bread, I shouldn't even have the bread. Or you could think I'm having 2 slices of bread, I should actually have 1, because 2 is not portion control. So there's a whole spectrum of what you think is portion control, first of all. I cannot see that, I cannot tell you that. Secondly, you want more. Why do you want more? Because are you hungry? Are you starving? Or is it just fun? Does it taste good? Is it filling a void? Are you being distracted by some emotional pain maybe when you're eating? All of that could be the case. And if you're not going to ask yourself these hard questions that seem superficial, but they're not, you need to go deeper. If you're not going to ask yourself those questions, you're going to deal with portion control questions, whatever, for the rest of your life. Do you hear me? For the rest of your life. So you're going to ask yourself, why is it that I want more? First of all, well, actually, second of all, first of all, it was like, what is the right portion? Look, if you're going to eat 3 meals a day, your portion is going to look different. If you're going to eat 5 meals a day, your portion is going to look different. So figure out where you are, where you want to be, if that's weight loss, if that's weight gain, if that's muscle gain, if that's a healthy image around your body and a healthy relationship with food. It's all about where are you now and where do you want to go. It's all personal. So let's say it's weight loss. So let's say you want to lose 5 kilograms, around 10 pounds, okay? So that means the way you're eating to maintain the weight you have is too much. It's not too much as in, you understand what I'm saying. Because if you want to lose weight, and I'm not here, I cannot see through the screen to judge you on whether that's healthy or not on your body. I don't know. Let's say it's healthy, you want to lose 5 kilograms. So your portions might need to be smaller, right? If you want to eat the same things. Your portions could also be bigger, but then with different kinds of food with like a lot of water, fruits and vegetables. Usually you can eat more of that for fewer calories. If you think about it that way, the second layer is, why do you want more? Are you hungry? If you're really hungry and you're starving after what you think you should have eaten, then add some food. You can add low calorie, high water, high, how do you say that? The density of the food that's gonna be more filling, but with less calories. Actually, I forgot a step, because you need to figure out what your portions could look like if you want to lose weight, if you want to lose those 5 kilograms. But that can be a whole different game by itself. Like, do you want to have a pizza once a week? Or do you want to have dessert every day? Or are you not craving dessert? You just want to eat healthy the whole day. You want to eat 5 meals a day. Maybe you want to eat 2 meals a day. Maybe you want to do fasting. Everything depends on what you want. There's not one way to lose weight. Stop believing in all of that, like keto is the only way, intermittent fasting is the only way, low carb is the only way. It's bullshit. You can lose weight many ways, and the only way that is going to work for you in the long term, and in the long term I do not mean that it's going to take a long time, it means that every kilogram or pound you lose is going to stay off. That's the long game. That's what I'm talking about. It's not going to come back. Is when you figure out what fits your lifestyle, what fits your knowledge base, and also know that it is scientifically supported that every body benefits from a different way of eating. So if your neighbor has lost, I don't know, 10 kilograms by doing keto, that's not necessarily going to mean that you will function exactly the same way if you will eat the same as your neighbor, okay? Where was I? I don't think I'm even come to the most important stuff. So the second part was you want to eat more, and why is that? If you're hungry, then you can add food that can still be in a calorie deficit, but you have more food to eat, so you can be more fuller. That's usually fruit and vegetables. As I said, protein also keeps you full for longer and is very important for your weight loss journey, for maintaining the most muscle you can maintain during weight loss, all of that. So that's a way to play it. If you're feeling a void, you feel bad and you don't want to confront your feelings, you don't want to go through that, and you use food as something to distract you away from your feelings, then it's necessary to find a way to actually deal with those emotions. Because if you want to lose weight and you're using food to fill a void or to distract you from your emotions, well, you know the answer. That's not going to work. You cannot distract yourself from your emotions for the rest of your life, right? So it's either go to therapy, journal, find a way to move through those emotions instead of using the food. Every time you use food for something else than fuel, you are basically neglecting your body's needs. So when I'm using food for fun, which is like chocolate and biscuits and ice cream and all of that, that's something I'm not listening to what my body needs, I'm listening to what my mind needs. And I have come to the realization, I think like 10 years ago, that my mind sometimes needs something sweet, something not so healthy, but that keeps the balance, that keeps me healthy in the long run overall. Because if I neglect that part, my mental part, then it's gonna go down the drain pretty quickly. But because I'm not using it for covering up emotions, I'm not using it for, I don't know, distracting, procrastinating from work that I need to do, it never really goes beyond scratching the itch. I feel like if you use it for fun, not to cover up a negative emotion, but more like consciously choosing, ooh, I am going to enjoy this chocolate bar right now, then it's what you would consider portion control. And the only thing that I mean by that is you will not go overboard, because it's scratching the itch and that's it. So I hope that you can think about these things in a different way. Also, thinking about why it is not allowed. If you think about it is allowed, but you just need to fine tune it in a way that's gonna work towards, in this case, weight loss, then you're gonna think differently. Then you're gonna look at the food differently. Then you're gonna do some research. Then you're gonna think about, okay, what am I craving? Oh, maybe I'm the kind of person that like really likes to eat large portions. I'm kind of like that, not always, but I go through phases. Then I make like big salad and big meals where I use like a lot of cauliflower rice. I can eat and chew for 45 minutes or an hour. I love doing that, but while watching something on TV. So I make sure that it's a big bowl and the calories fit within the deficit I need to lose weight. And it's not like it's gonna be perfect on the first try. Like you could make something and think, okay, this is a lot less calories, this is perfect, this is a huge meal, and then you start eating it and you're like, this does not taste good. This does not taste good. It needs sauce, it needs real rice, whatever. So next time you're gonna fine tune. You're gonna make the meal a little smaller, but you're gonna add some sauce and you're gonna see if that works. If that doesn't work, then maybe you're gonna use real rice and without the sauce. And then maybe that doesn't work, then you're gonna use real rice and then with the sauce. Of course, the portion then is gonna be smaller. But maybe that's gonna be exactly what you craved and you love and you just enjoy it. Maybe not, then maybe you can add a salad next to it so you can eat a little bit more and that feels good. It's all about those steps that you need to take I cannot tell you how to portion control because it's so freaking complicated and it's not about the physical world. Diet culture will tell you buy packaged things, put it maybe away that you don't see it, throw the rest away, just cook for one person, put it on a plate, or if you cook for two, put the second portion straight into the freezer, all of that stuff. But that's just like superficial stuff that's only gonna work when you're like focused, when you have discipline, when you have motivation, and it's all basically neglecting what it is actually about. And what it is actually about is what I just told you in the past, I don't know, 10 minutes or so. Okay, my battery's almost dying, so hopefully I made this point. And I don't want to hear any portion control questions anymore. No, you can ask, but my frustration is also, I think, important for the content. All right.